people in your portal. So you can only email people in your portal. So that'd be anyone on your members list. You're going to click into emails, which is this orange tile, and it's going to take you to this page. If you haven't sent any emails, this is what it'll look like, pretty bare. But again, there's that red, orange, whatever color you call this, compose email button. When you click into that, it's going to allow you to select recipients. And so you'll see here, we only have one officer. So if I click on the officer, it would let me select him, which would be Louis. He's also a student, so that would be the same person. One thing that we've run into some trouble with is this other contacts button. Like I said, on that members page, there's contacts that have just interacted with your page. So maybe they attended an event you hosted. Maybe they just looked at your page on Triton Connect. We've had some student groups particularly that they'll click all other contacts. And then these random people who maybe just like stopped by a table that they were hosting or went to a random event that was interesting are now getting like frequent emails from this group. So if you want to invite people that have attended any event in the past, this other contacts button would be good. I would just suggest, if you plan on sending like a newsletter or like a weekly update, to not select these other contacts, because these people that are members of your organization have chosen like, I want more information about this group, I want to stay up to date. These other contacts probably may have just attended an event that you hosted and they're not necessarily wanting a bunch of new information. So you select the recipients, and then there's this compose email for selected groups button down here. Once you do that, it gives you two options. So you can either use the standard email form, which is the email composer, or you can use the email builder. We've had a lot of success with the email builder in our office. I know if you all got that homecoming email that was sent out, I think it was yesterday morning, Mindy actually made that with our email builder. So it's a really easy resource to help build like a really cool email. So obviously, if there was more members, when I had selected all students in our portal, it would pop up all of them here. So if you have 50 people in your thing, it will show 50 people right here. And you can select or unselect anyone that's in that list, and it will just specifically take them out. If you have someone that's not in your portal, but they said they wanted the details of this email. So for instance, let's say the chancellor, she really wants this email that you're about to send out because it involves something with her, but she doesn't want to be a part of the portal. You could type her email into there and add her as a recipient. You can also CC people or BCC people. And so then once you fill that out, you click this next button on the bottom right. I know it could be a little tricky. I missed the next button the first time I did this, but you just click that next button and you type in the subject line, and you can, if you guys have like a generic email for your department, you can add it in under your portal settings. And then when you click right here, it would pop up as an option. So for instance, in our student involvement portal, I can send an email either from myself or from studentinvolvement@elmsville.edu. There's this option to do an introduction. So then if you click one of these, it would say, for instance, when I send out this email, it would say, "Hi, Katie," and then it would continue the email. Depending on which email builder function you choose, it may look a little weird because the introduction is always going to be at the top of the email. So if you have a header, it would be above the header, which is a little weird looking. So just keep that in mind if you're going to try and use that. You can just put no introduction. It won't put anything up there. And then you can choose from these templates. So it gives you all these different template designs. I would say one of our probably most frequently used is either this one columns with the left sidebar or the basic one column template. So you'll see if I click into that, it'll take me automatically to the design. Anything that's any widgets that are already there, you can just click edit widget and it will open up on the right hand side the different things you can edit. So here I can upload a photo, I can put a link URL, and I can include that alternative text for the image that will help people that have screen readers that may not be able to read the font on their own or see the image on their own. And then same thing with these text boxes, pops open, it gives you all these different options to edit the text up here, just like a normal text box would in any other program you're using. And if you need to add something, for instance, maybe I want to add an upcoming event that I have, I can go ahead and drop that in here, and then it will let me select the upcoming event from our events list. So you can add that in there. And then the event there would be a link directly to the event there. You can also do that in the form of click boxes on the next page, but there's not a lot of controlling where the check boxes or the click boxes show up in your email unless you do it on the design part. So just to keep that in mind. And then on the delivery page, you can send yourself a test email. You can preview it first, and you can also schedule when that email will be sent, which is very helpful. And you also can save drafts in your portal as well. So maybe one of you needs to type the email and then someone else needs to proofread it or something like that. You can save a draft and have them go in there and try and look at the email. So